Starmen podcast.
Hello and welcome to what is the first episode of what we'll call Just Watched. This is going to be an episode for movie reviews with me and Billy.
Woo!
And how this works is we're going to watch a movie and then we're just going to go right ahead and review it.
Yeah.
No pauses, no breaks, and just take notes during the movie.
Yeah.
And the first movie we're going to do is the 2019 Addams Family.
Yeah, the CGI one.
Yes.
Which, once again, for an animated movie, I really enjoyed it.
For those of you that don't know, Billy does not care for animated.
Nope.
He'll watch original stuff from your childhood,
Oh, yeah,
but
like-
newer stuff is a hard sell.
Oh, yeah, very hard sell.
We won't get into why, but
No.
it's personal preference.
Yeah, no.
And so I went into this movie super excited to kind of see this because
Oh, yeah.
I love Addams Family
Oh, yeah,
and everything about it.
Oh, yeah, me too. I love, like, the original live-action movies. I watched the original, like, 60s TV show a few times.
Yes.
And even the 90s live-action show I always liked.
Yep. And I also watched the cartoon and tried to find comics, but those are very hard to come by.
Oh, yeah.
So, when we're going into this movie, how are you feeling?
I mean, first thing I noticed when I saw like the original trailer,
Yeah.
I'm like, they've done the style of the comics.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a plus to me when they use the source material correctly.
Yeah. See, this is where I was reading reviews on this, and everyone said they hated the art style. And I was like, that's how they originally looked.
Yeah, like I mean, like the original.
Yeah, the very, first renditions.
Yeah.
So, nods to them for using that.
Oh yeah, like they definitely had the nods to the source material throughout the movie.
Oh, yeah, no. Whoever wrote and directed the movie, knew their stuff going
Oh yeah.
in. We'll get into that as one of our positives.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
So the general plot of the movie, we'll get that out of the way.
Yeah.
So it is kind of the family faces the modern world
Yeah.
that doesn't accept them for being different,
Yeah, like all the creepy and
kooky, and altogether spooky. And then there's some subplot and morals for. Basically, they focus on the two kids
Yeah.
mostly, which we'll get into
Yeah.
also. But we'll talk positives
Yeah.
first. Let's get the positives out of the way.
Yeah.
What did we like about this movie?
I mean, like the humor.
The humor, beautiful humor.
Oh, yeah.
If you love the dark humor of Addams Family, they really went all in on this.
Oh yeah. Like that, and then so the nods to the source material.
Yeah. All the different, subtle nods. And
Yeah.
even at the end, you really love the
Oh.
end credit.
Yeah, because when they started doing the ending, because this looks like the intro for the original black and white 60s TV show. Then when they got to the line, it was like the house is a museum and people come to see them. You see the line, I'm like, oh my god, that's
Yeah,
exactly like the original.
They recreated the original opening
Yeah.
in the CGI universe.
Yeah, I mean that was amazing. And I know your thought, Doc, you egg.
Oh, yeah, no. I was waiting for it, and I was like, you can't do Lurch without using the you rang line.
No,
There's
and-
no way in hell I'm going to let that slide.
No, your reaction when he's like, he said the line, like, whoa, you were really hoping he was gonna say it, didn't you?
I was like, this movie would instantly drop points if he did not say that line.
Yeah.
I was like, you can't do that to me. You can't make Lurch not say the you rang line.
Yeah, no, it's.
And the setup, because he usually says it to Gomez, because Gomez summons him all the time. So the unexpected summon was great. We're not going to spoil who he says it to or when he does it, because if people wait for that line. But I do love that we get a little bit of an origin story at the start.
Yeah, like that's another thing I like, because like it starts off with like Gomez and Morticia's wedding in like the old country, is what they call.
Yeah.
And they get they have the ceremony, and they get interrupted by like the locals who with pitchforks and
torches who want to run them out of town.
Yeah. Then it shows them driving, and they end up hitting the escaped mental patient.
Yep, who ends up being Lurch.
And it's like.
And then they find the abandoned asylum.
That turns out to be the house. I was like, I don't love the other joke. It's like we're from like this place where no one like think whatever like.
Yeah. When they're leaving the original town, they're like, I want to settle down. I want to find a place that no one will ever look for us and no one ever live.
Yeah, like we care, like.
I was like, New Jersey, and of course, sure enough, the big sign, "Welcome to New Jersey."
I'm like, well, okay, like good one, Devin.
Yeah. I don't like to say I call things, but I called that.
Yeah. Then it shows like the.
Then our opening credits run, and they show through portraits the growing up of the family, and Wednesday and Pugsley are added into the family. It was kind of a nice bring you up to speed if you have never heard or seen of the Addams Family.
Yeah, like know the backstories.
Yeah, and even if you didn't, that's something a little different. I've never seen that done where they show the original wedding.
Like in any of the I'm not sure if they ever did it in the comics, but I know in none of the media.
I don't think in the comics, but I haven't seen every comic, so I can't vouch.
That's what I said.
Yeah. So it's good that they gave it a starting point.
Yeah, no, I mean.
And, of course, we'll move on to what actually happens during the movie, which is we find that the kids are raised at home.
Yeah.
And never allowed to actually leave the premises.
Yeah, because they don't want them to be,
the family's too scared of the outside world and being judged again, and they don't want a repeat of the wedding scene of being pitchforked and mobbed.
Yeah.
But Wednesday starts to grow curious of what's on the outside.
Yeah, then she does see someone at the gate.
Yeah.
And that's what
sparks her curiosity. And then Pugsley's side story is that he's coming of age, so he has to do the family tradition, which is a mamuska. And I am sorry if we butcher that. We are trying so hard to remember that word. But it's the Addams Family tradition where they basically do a sword dance.
Yeah.
And if you mess this up, you're basically an outcast from the family.
Yeah, you're not a true man.
Yeah. And just spoiler alerts, Pugsley fails this, but will redeem himself later with his own methods because he's more of a demolition man. Which we see in the opening scene where he tries to blow up his own father.
Yeah. Just love that.
Yeah. I love the Addams Family for they love each other, but they're out to kill each other.
Oh, yeah. It's every time they're trying to electrocute Pugsley, right?
Yeah. I love that there's one scene that I love where she realizes Pugsley's going to fail this, and she's like, I'm here to help you. Why would you help me? Because I love you. And everything starts distorting.
Yeah.
And then she ends up just burying him in the backyard.
Yeah, that's why Devin loves Wednesday Addams.
Yeah. My favorite character in the whole series, not by a long shot either. Everyone's right behind her.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll get into the negatives about that in a moment. Anything else positive we want to get out of the way?
Snoop Dogg is cousin Nance.
Snoop Dogg is cousin Nance. I was surprised to see this because I was like, how do you make Snoop Dogg not talk?
Yeah, I mean, he pulled it off.
He pulled it off. There was some restraint on that, I bet.
Oh yeah, it's like all right, Snoop, like we're gonna, like, you come be in the new Addams Family movie. All right, like here's your character, cousin It.
Yeah. And he.
But no, he. Oh my god, perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, especially because his like cousin always to me had the high squeaky voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like talked like Beaker from the Muppets.
Yeah. Yeah, really. Hey, old man.
Yeah. Speaking of voices, what did you think about Uncle Fester's voice?
Like, it reminded me of, like, the Fester from the 90s live-action TV show.
A little bit, but too nasally, in my opinion.
Okay,
went a little too far in the nasally department, like.
okay.
But I guess with that nose, like when you see the character, you're like, yeah, he's gonna have a nasally.
There's a little issue.
Yeah. Everyone else's voice I felt was kind of spot on.
Oh yeah, like
Gomez was Gomez.
oh yeah.
Morticia and Wednesday and Pugsley.
Oh yeah, no, like really, like no, like really good voice.
Another character that got more spotlight than I think she should have, or not that I think she should have. That's a bad way of saying that. I'm surprised she got more spotlight. Grandma.
Yeah.
We learned a lot about Grandma.
Yes. It's like the whole thing was like someone from the Somali Pirates, I think.
Yep.
Like, whoa, okay.
Grandma's a cheater, a liar, and a thief. She was raised by the... Crap, you're gonna shoot me for not remembering that. Wrestler. Lie, cheat,
Oh,
steal.
Eddie.
Eddie Guerrero. The Guerreros, there.
Yeah, the Guerreros.
Redeem myself at the end.
There you go. Yeah, no, like the funny when he just shows up, like, what the heck?
Yes. I loved her in the opening where she's like, I'll take them all on while you get out of here. She runs into battle.
Yeah.
And I was like, is that the last we're going to see of Grandma? Because I don't want that to be. No. And then we see her in the park, and I was like, she survived.
It's like, oh, man, what happened to those villagers she took out?
I feel sorry for whatever villager ran her way.
Yeah.
She had like, she was dual wielding swords and running into battle.
Like, she was kicking ass and taking names.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's all part of the dark humor, which is, there's so much good jokes in this.
Oh my god, yeah,
like name a few of your favorites.
At least, there's one when Sister catches a thing on the laptop.
Oh yeah, and the foot pictures, we'll say.
Yeah, like the thing just like slams it down.
Yeah.
And those when they do the biology class.
Oh yeah, and Wednesday brings the frogs to life.
Yeah, back to life. I'm like,
they're supposed to dissect the frogs, and she's like, "Oh no, I've seen this before."
Can my creature life? No, things like, well, you kind of thought they were gonna say "Hello, my baby."
I was really hoping for a Mission and J Frog reference.
Yeah.
I didn't think they'd go down that route because I don't think they were sponsored by Warner.
No,
but it would have been a nice little.
Oh yeah.
Warner, you missed an opportunity there.
Yeah. You get redeemed totally in the sequel.
Yeah. My favorite jokes were Uncle Fester explaining where he can't go.
Oh my god, yeah. Just...
Like Wednesday brings up the topic of how come Uncle Fester's allowed to leave the house. Yeah, but I'm really restricted on where I can go. Like I can't go. And then they start talking with him in the background, still listing things. And then they come back to him and he's like, I can go to Antarctica.
Yeah, like okay, Fester.
Yeah. Fester's been around the world and not welcomed.
Yeah.
And he got real specific, like I can't go in the woman's bathroom and then
small. It's like, wow.
Other jokes, I think I mentioned this. If I didn't, but where Pugsley's failing and Wednesday comes to help him, and he's like, "Why would you help me? Because I'm your sister and I love you." And the world starts getting distorted,
Yeah.
and she says that line.
Yeah, it's like, what?
And then it proceeds to just bury him in the backyard.
Yeah, I know.
And then she talks to Morticia, and Morticia's like, "I know that tone of voice. Go dig up your brother."
Yeah, that's...
It's like the continuation of a dark joke.
Like...
Also, I love the original nod to one of the original comics is "Go kick your father goodnight."
Oh, yeah. I know.
Be sure to kick your father goodnight.
Yeah, but Joey, I'm like, okay, that's really good.
Yeah. Alright, so we've done basically the positives, the negatives.
Kind of the moral.
The morals of the story and how everything plays out.
It's been done.
It's been done so much and nothing groundbreaking or new on it.
No.
Now, when we say negatives, we're not hitting the movie hard on these.
Oh.
These weren't.
Oh, no,
Like,
I mean...
These weren't like, oh, I hate the movie now because of these. These are more just little nitpicks that we found.
Oh, yeah, just like little stuff, but done.
Yeah. Like, the morals were, it's okay to be your, or
Like,
different.
Different.
They're not monsters, they're family. And, you can choose your own path in life.
Yeah.
Or being a man doesn't mean following tradition.
Yeah, there you go.
So, those were the three major morals I got out of that. And, they all felt rushed at the end. Like, the ending climax was kind of...
Yeah.
Kind of just... It went by quick.
Yeah.
It's like the house gets under attack by an angry mob.
Yeah.
That somehow has the catapult even in this day and age.
Yeah, I know. I think it wasn't even, like, reference to them having the catapult. I think.
What?
I think they referenced them having, like the family mentions about them having the catapult.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's like, who still uses a catapult these days? There's something along those lines.
Yeah.
But yeah, then Pugsley defends the family using explosives.
Yeah.
Then Wednesday comes in to save the day.
Yeah.
Which was one of my nitpicks, is that Wednesday felt more of the main character than even Pugsley.
Yeah, like they kind of focused a little more on the kids, not like everyone.
No. And understandably so, because it is a kids movie, or more geared towards a kids movie.
Yeah, so like...
So you kind of want to put the kids in the spotlight, because no one wants to really watch the adults.
Yeah.
And again, that's a small nitpick, because, I mean, I love Wednesday Addams to death, but I was like, she may have had a little too much screen time, and I would like to see a little more antics from everyone else.
Yeah.
Other nitpicks that we have, like, I can't really think of too much.
No, that's yeah, I really
do a quick moment of thought here, but
yeah, no, I've been going blank and all the other stuff.
No, I'm sorry, everyone. I think those were the little nitpicks I had. Were just too much Wednesday time, and the story, moral, and climax just felt rushed and fell flat.
Yeah, like how many people like how they put the Addams Family like in the modern time, social media.
Yeah, I do like this little twist that they did to modernize it. Is the villain uses social media to rally everyone in the town against them?
Yeah, there's a line like, "Who am I going to be online today?"
Exactly, that line there was what sold it.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy just to go online, make a persona for yourself.
Yeah.
And use it for whatever nefarious purposes you want, and
like,
never have it linked to you.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear what the the Addams Family, they...
Oh yeah, no, and like the rumor she spreads.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, so the antagonist's goal here is she runs a reality show for home makeovers.
Yeah, and she wanted to do a makeover in the Addams house when they... Because they end up draining the swamp, and how the fog disappears and they see the house.
Yeah, and it's the most ghoulish house in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And she wants conformity. Everyone's house should look the same.
Yeah, because...
Even though her house is going to be way bigger than
yeah,
everyone else's.
Because, like, she's, like, in, like, the creative community or whatever it's called. Like,
yeah, she has basically she makes, like, a community with, like, very minimal building materials.
Yeah.
And then she gets high ratings and...
Yeah, like... And, like, she was trying to, like, sell, like, the homes and all that, and...
Yeah. Yeah, she was like, if I don't sell these homes, I'm bankrupt.
Yeah.
And she underestimates the power of social media, even though she used social media, which is another little nitpick I had.
Okay.
But at the end there, her daughter films her throwing that fit and trying to rally the town against the Addams Family.
Oh, yeah, that's
and
right.
she's like, this is being uploaded.
Yeah.
She's like, what do I care what a few bloggers say online? And I was like, didn't you do the same thing with social media already?
Yeah.
With text messaging? Like, are you that... You're not that out of the loop.
No, like... and, like, this the whole video became, like, viral, and...
Yeah, the whole thing went viral. The her TV executives saw that and canceled the show on her. And basically ruined her right then and there.
Yeah.
And then everyone lives happily ever after. The townsfolk help rebuild the house.
Yeah. And the protagonist ends up with Buster.
Yeah, that's a little interesting twist.
Yeah.
And protagonist, you mean antagonist.
Oh, antagonist, sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. But, yeah, I thought it was hilarious when he shows up with her. I'm like...
Oh, yeah, no, like, as soon as she sees she's down and out, she slyly moves in and offers his services.
Yeah, I'm like, alright.
Fester's got game.
Oh, yeah. He's a player.
Get them when they're most vulnerable.
Yeah.
So, final thoughts before we wrap this up, because we're going to run out of time here.
Yeah. No, I mean, I recommend this movie. Like, I highly, highly recommend this movie.
If you are a fan of Addams Family, watch this. If you're not a fan of Addams Family, give it a try.
Give it a try.
I can't promise you'll love it because you got to be into the dark humor.
Oh, yes.
That is one of the big things about Addams Family that's always been true. Is if you don't like the dark humor,
you're not going to enjoy it.
You're not going to enjoy it. Like, there's scenes where, like, Wednesday sleeps under a guillotine.
Yeah, I know. Like, she... like, wow. Like...
And that's true for, like... I found one of the originals, like, someone slept on a bed of nails. I think it's Uncle Fester.
Which doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Like, knowing him, right?
Yeah. Or in an Iron Maiden. I think is where he slept was, like, in an Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
But
well, that gives you a good night's sleep, right?
Oh, yeah, no. If you can sleep in there, then go for it. I mean, where are we going to sleep, right?
Yeah.
But it's that kind of humor that hit or miss with people, and I understand not liking it.
Yeah.
But as far as, like, the movie goes, yes, the story and moral don't really hit home, but that's not what you're really coming to see.
No.
You're coming to see the dark humor and the crazy antics.
The crazy antics of the Addams Family.
Yes. And with that, that's been our first episode of Just Watched. Thank you all for listening. I am your host, Devin.
Billy, dang it.
Have a good one, guys.